So for this fight, you're going to have 4 mecha zombies here. There's no particular need to kill them, but I mean, since 2 are hanging around there, you might as well kill them. And they're going to bother you in the next fight. Not that much, but maybe a bit. So you can deal with them now while it's simple, or you can just let them be, and you'll kill them while you're fighting the other 2 upcoming fights. So using Disco spawns 4. Well, it doesn't spawn, but it opens doors here. That's behind which you'll have 4 mecha zombies. So you just need to kill them. Killing the 4 will spawn a Hell Knight at the back of this corridor. There's no specific order. There's no need to kill one more than the other. Well, I mean faster than the other. But you need to kill all 4. As soon as you're done, he's gonna spawn. He always spawns here, so it's a good idea to kind of set yourself up. Once he's dead, you'll reach a checkpoint, and you'll have 3 zombies that'll spawn on the trap. So you want to... I'll reload that so you can see, but you'll want to use the trap as fast as... Not as fast as you can, but you want to use it in order to kill the zombies that are hanging around there. Oh, it's funny, it despawned the zombies I didn't kill from the first fight. So that could potentially be abused. Yeah. In a non UN run, but doesn't really matter. So you have these 3 zombies right here. And it's kind of a way to tell you use this, shoot this to trigger traps. So the next fight is pretty interesting. It spawns a mancubus way over there. 3 imps also spawn. 1, 2, 3. Killing the imps doesn't matter. There's an endless stream. There's an endless stream of imps in the game. So after you kill the 3, they'll just fall one by one from the ceiling. There really is no point in killing the imps. They're kind of bugged, the imps, and sometimes you can see them kind of try and spawn through the wall, but they die. So there's really no point in killing the imps here. I'm just going to reload and show you how I think we should manage the fight, which is pretty simple, to be honest. So you don't actually need to kill these to move forward. You need to step on the central platform. In my opinion, we should just hang back, shoot the imps, wait for the mancubus to walk on that, and he's going to spawn 2 other mancubuses. This one's funny because he doesn't care what you do or where you are. He needs to go up that platform, so we can kind of abuse that. And I think while managing the fight, that's what we should do. So just dash backward and wait for the mancubus to... So as I said, as long as he's not on the platform, he's harmless. So now you have the other mancubus on you. And that's that. So these 2 mancubus, they spawn with imps as well. They spawn with 3 imps, but we don't care about them. There really is no need to kill them to progress. I didn't kill them, they just they either died from hand grenades or stuff like that. So there's no need to focus on the imps on these fights, and should exploit the fact that this guy, the mancubus who spawns here, is bugged. So for this fight, there's nothing particular. You're going to have 2 soldiers. I think it's 4 soldiers, 2 up there, 2 zombies, 2 mecha zombies, and an arachnotron. The the fodder doesn't respawn, so I think it's 4 soldiers. So I've killed 1, 2, that's 3, 4. Okay, so there are 5 soldiers. But as you can see, once you've killed 5 soldiers, there aren't any more. Same goes for the mecha zombies. 1, 2. Oh, what a jerk. 3. So as soon as you've killed all the fodder, sorry, the arachnotrons all alone and nothing's respawned. So you can take the fight the way you want it. There's no particular way in which you should take it, no particular mobs you should not kill or avoid killing, because it would be a waste of bullets. All you have to do is kill stuff here.
So there's nothing particular about this fight. The fight spawns a single Hell Knight, 3 mecha zombies, 5 imps, so they don't spawn till you fall down, and 2 screaming skulls who don't spawn till you fall down. So screaming skulls, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the back. So you just saw the imps kill themselves because they lobbed a shot rather, against those bombs over there, which the imps will do. So the imps respawn throughout the fight. There are 5 at the start of the battle, and you can have, once you've killed all 5, they'll respawn at a rate of 1, so you always have a single imp on the battlefield, but as you just saw, the respawn rate is pretty low. Pretty long, rather. It takes a while for that last imp to respawn, so it's not a huge issue to be killing the imps early on. The mecha zombies don't respawn. Once you've killed them, they're dead. You won't have any more mecha zombies on the battlefield. So you're stuck with the Revenant and the Hell Knight, and that lone imp running around. So as you saw, if you go to the back of the corridor, since you've just picked up the key, you can actually open this door, and these guys will spawn. They're not part of the fight, and they're not required to complete the fight. Oops. I'm gonna die. But you don't need to kill the guys with the shield to complete the fight. They're just there, so if you don't want to have too many useless or painful mobs, you might not want to go there, or on the contrary, if you want to spawn everything as fast as possible, you might want to go there. So the last thing you want to be careful for, I can't show it right here, but if you clear everything except for the mecha zombies, and you reload your last checkpoint, the fight won't complete, and the zombies won't be there, so you won't be able to complete the fight, and you'll have to reset the level, basically. I'll show that later in the video. But now I'll just show you what I think is probably the most efficient strat to deal with this, and obviously you want to use the traps to kill the Hell Knight. It's a bit RNG based, because if the Hell Knight does his jump attack, so you want to shoot him once, if he does his jump attack, sometimes it'll miss, which is a bit of annoyance. So to kill the guys right here, you want to use the bombs. So I'm not killing purposely not killing the mecha zombies, so I can show you. Yeah. So I've killed everything except for the mecha zombies. So the fight's not complete. I'm gonna kill these soldiers just to prove my point. So for these soldiers, you want to wait for the middle guy and just blow him up, because he's slightly behind, so his explosion kills both of them. So you've killed everything except for the zombies. The fight's not complete, but if you reload the previous checkpoint, it should still show as not complete, and you won't have the actual zombies. Yeah, so the fight's done. But if you look at your map, it's red, and you haven't completed in the top right. So you're stuck and you need to reset the level. So the likelihood of you doing that mistake is very low. But be sure not to reload your checkpoint while doing this, because you can basically get yourself hard blocked. Because well, not hard block, soft block, because you need to reset the level to complete the complete the fight. There's no other way around it. So that's that. So this is probably one of the harder fights in the map, at least it was for me. You have 3 Mancubus and 8 gargoyles, so 4 here, 2, and 2, so that's 6. Sorry, 6 plus 2, 8. There's a total of 2 Mancubus in reserve, so if you kill 2, 2 will respawn, and none will respawn after that second kill. So technically you don't want to focus on the gargoyles, but since it's a messy fight, you'll be shooting stuff and rockets around, meaning that eventually you're going to kill a gargoyle unwillingly. Just right there. If you kill a Mancubus, a Cacodemon spawns. So the Cacodemon will either spawn right there, or over here. It's random between both. It doesn't. There's no particular pattern to it. At least I haven't found one. So the rest of the fight is just kill everything. And that's it. So this fight is another pretty difficult fight. Oh, thank you. Starts off you pushing the button, which seems rather hard. It'll spawn. So it's the first time we meet this enemy, a Whiplash, which is an annoying enemy. Killing the first Whiplash is going to spawn 3 shields, 3 possessed soldiers, and 2 Whiplashes. The shields don't respawn. The possessed soldier respawn indefinitely, but the respawn rate is really slow. It's a single soldier that respawns, and he's obviously, I mean, my feeling is that the respawn is here to kind of give you some ammo, a mob to chainsaw in case you run out of ammo. Because as you can see, he's not a particular threat. He takes a while to respawn. So he respawns indefinitely, but really is here to kind of allow you to chainsaw something. So the 2 Whiplashes are annoying. And there's obviously this last possessed hanging around, but that's the fight. So this fight is skippable. You don't have to actually kill these guys. You can run around, break the wall, pick up the token. The box. Kind of solve the puzzle without ever having to kill them. They are, however, easy to deal with and rather dangerous if you kind of mess up something. But their shotgun is extremely annoying, I find. So they have shields, so the intuitive way of dealing with him is finding one and blowing him up with your plasma gun. But you can also use what I found to be useful is your rocket launcher, regardless of the mod. Kind of aim for the middle of the group. Which is pretty simple as well. So that's that. So this fight is a bit long and a bit complicated. There are 4 phases to the fight. So the first phase is 1 Mancubus, 1 Cacodemon, 4 Mecha Zombies, 2 Shield Guys, and 2 Possessed Soldiers. The shields and the possessed don't respawn, so just killed both shield guys. I've killed the possessed, so 1 possessed is dead. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. 2 possessed. Yeah, so 2 possessed, so they're both down. the mecha zombie respawns. They don't all respawn. There are 4 in the field right now. If you kill them, one will respawn continuously, and it's the usual way. I mean, it's the game's way to give you like an ammo dump for your chainsaw in case you run out of ammo. So that's the 3rd mecha zombie. Oh, that's a Caco demon. Oh, that was a mistake. Where's the 4th mecha zombie? Here he is, and basically this guy will respawn. Yeah. They'll respawn continuously. You will always have at least one mecha zombie on the map. So, killing either the Caco demon or the Mancubus does not spawn to the next phase. You need to kill both of them to actually move on. So you see there's still just the mecha zombies and the Caco demon on the field, nothing else. But as soon as you kill both, next phase is going to spawn. It's going to be an Arachnotron and a Revenant. So the Revenant always spawns on the left side, and the Arachnotron always spawns on the right side. They don't spawn with anything else, so you just have to deal with them. But killing either the Revenant or the Arachnotron is going to spawn phase. So this is phase 2. It's going to spawn phase 3, which is a Hell Knight, Whiplash, and 4 possessed soldiers, I believe. So I've just killed 1. So the Whiplash will always spawn here. The Hell Knight will always spawn. I'm not exactly sure where he spawns. Somewhere on the right. So you now have a Hell Knight and Whiplash. 1 possessed soldier, 2 possessed soldiers. I believe it's 3 or 4 that spawn. You need to be careful as well, because killing either the Hell Knight or the Whiplash is going to spawn phase 4. So Hell Knight, Whiplash is phase 3, and killing either of them is going to spawn phase 4, which is a Revenant and 2 shield guys. So just to show you. So I've just killed the Hell Knight. Here comes the Revenant, and the shield guys, they spawn, yeah, they spawn in that corner over there. Oh, and it also spawns a Mancubus, sorry, forgot to mention that. So now you have, since you've been killing things not in a, I've been killing things not in a great order, I basically have most of all the phases on the field. I have the Arachnotron from phase 2, I have a Whiplash from phase 3, I have the Revenant from phase 4 and the Mancubus as well from phase 4, as well as the shields, the 2 shields guys. So it's a lot to manage. So what I failed to mention is that it's not very important, but if you kill the two Revenants here, you kill the 2 possessed soldiers here, 3 possessed soldiers will spawn during phase 3, but if you don't kill them, there's only 1 more that will spawn. So technically, if you kill these 2, you'll have 5 to kill. If you don't kill any of these 2, you only have 3 to kill. It's a small optimization, and in the middle of the fight, it doesn't matter if you kill one with a rocket or something, but there's no need to actually target them, because you can end up killing more than you actually need. So I'm just going to leave both of these here to kind of prove my point. So I've killed these two. The Revenant is going to spawn. Arachnotron. Yeah, just spawn as well. Where's the Revenant? So, since killing either the Revenant or the Arachnotron spawns the next phase, we're kind of looking to take care of both of them at the same time. Okay, so you're done with this phase, and the next phase has already spawned, so you have your Whiplash. Your Hell Knight should be coming, yeah, just over there. So this makes the fight easier, because you don't have to deal with the Arachnotron or the Revenant. So I have my 2 possessed soldiers here. I did now. I should have a third one hanging around on the field as well. It's not hugely important, but so once again, if you kill either the Revenant or either the Whiplash or the Hell Knight, the next phase is going to spawn. So you're probably going to want to deal with the most annoying one, which is the Whiplash, in my opinion. So right now, I have a Mancubus which is spawning, as well, yep, right there, as well as another Revenant, as well as 2 shields. So there's the Mancubus, and the Revenant's over there as well. Oops. So, just to prove my point, that's 1 soldier, 2 soldiers, 3 soldiers. But those are the only soldiers I purposely killed throughout the fight. Killed both shields, and the fight's done. So this fight is a bit, I wouldn't say necessarily complicated, but there's a lot going on. So it's the first time they introduced us to cue balls. So the cue balls, you have 2 cue balls here. They'll respawn, but only if you kill both. If you only kill one, that one will not respawn. You need to kill both to actually have the cue balls respawn. So you see nothing's happening. Kill the second one. They'll respawn in the order in which you kill them, so technically one should respawn here. It's going to respawn here. So they're not, I don't know how to say this, it's not that they're not as valuable a resource, but they're not finite. If you kill 2 cue balls, they'll respawn as long as you kill both for an infinite amount. I mean, they'll respawn an infinite number of times. So you can kind of use them, but when you use them, at the end of the day, you want to use both of them quickly, so that they respawn. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with 1 instead of 2, so you'll have less resources on the field than if you kill both. So the first phase has 4 mecha zombies. Next phase is what we're in, so phase 2. We have 3 shields and 3 possessed soldiers. So to spawn phase 2, you need to kill all 4 mecha zombies. To spawn phase 3, you need to kill at least 2 soldiers. Sorry, at least 5 out of the 6 that spawned. So 5 out of the 6 possessed soldiers that you saw. The phase after that is 2 gargoyles and a Whiplash. So if you kill the 2 gargoyles, nothing happens, and the next phase will only spawn if you kill the Whiplash. So phase after that, the traps on the floor activate, and you're going to have 2 gargoyles and an Arachnotron. So killing the gargoyles doesn't do anything. To spawn the next phase, you want to kill the Arachnotron. after the Arachnotron, the walls are on fire, cue balls respawn, and you get 2 Mancubuses and 2 Imps. So both Mancubus die with one hit from the cue balls, and 3 Imps, sorry, and that's it. So as soon as you clear the Imps, the fight's over, and you see, in the last phase the cue balls don't respawn anymore. And that's the fight. So you want to use the fact that the cue balls are infinite and they spawn infinitely, and you want to clear the trash quickly if you want the fight to be safer. So this secret Gore nest is gonna spawn 1 Caco Demon, a Revenant, and a cue ball, and 2 cue balls. Sorry. So you want to use obviously the cue ball to kill the Revenant, and use the cue balls to kill the shield guys. Nothing particularly hard with this fight. So the Revenant isn't particularly difficult. It's kind of it's an easy fight. It starts off with 3 mecha zombies. You have 5 possessed on the field as well, and you have 1 Mancubus. Killing the mecha zombies don't do anything. They don't respawn or anything throughout the fight. There's a reserve of 2 or 3 possessed soldiers, so killing possessed soldiers is kind of useless because they'll respawn eventually, whereas if you don't kill them and you only kill the bosses, they won't respawn, so there's no real point in targeting the soldiers, especially since we have so much health and it's so hard to kill us in Revenant form that there's no real point in focusing the possessed. So the first thing you want to do is you want to kill the Mancubus. Mancubus is going to spawn 1 Caco Demon and run Revenant. The Revenant always spawns in that location over there. The Caco Demon can either spawn behind you, over here, or somewhere else on the map. Killing one of both, sorry, the Mancubus you just saw, as well as the Arachnotron, spawn regardless of whether or not you've killed anything. They have a delayed spawn, so even had I not killed that Caco Demon, they would have spawned regardless. So that doesn't change anything, but however, killing either the Mancubus or the Arachnotron spawns the next phase, whereas killing the Revenant that spawned earlier doesn't actually do anything. Oh, so I killed the Mancubus, so next phase is going to spawn, which is 2 Arachnotrons, so 1 spawns here. So sorry, it's 1 Arachnotron and a Caco Demon, as well as 2 Revenants. And that's the whole fight. There's nothing else that spawns. So all you have to do is clear everything, including the fodder, so mecha zombies and possessed alike. But once you've done that, you're done with the fight. So I'm not an expert with the fight. I think it's a pretty easy fight, and the way I go about it is I'd focus the bosses and try to get things spawning as fast as possible. Because they're easy to kill, so kill the Mancubus as fast as you can. Revenant always spawns here. Caco Demon's an easy target for us. You might want to keep your rockets, your cooldown for these guys actually. It's a bit of a mistake. That should be it. There's a lone soldier. Well, you might want to take care of the soldiers earlier on to avoid them running around, but that's the basic fight. So this section is not particularly difficult if you know it's hiding behind each pillar. So behind this pillar, you have 3 soldiers. I think 1 or 2 has shields, but you can kill them before they take out their shields, so it doesn't matter. Here you have 2 gargoyles and an imp. Here you have 1 Caco demon. Here you have a mancubus. Here you have a cue ball. Here you have a Hell Knight and a Whiplash. So to use this cue ball to kill this. Here you have an Arachnotron and a Hell Knight. And here you have another cue ball. So same thing, you want to use this cue ball to kill this, and you want to use that cue ball to kill this. So that's the only strategy involved. The way you want to manage the fight is start off with this one door that's just in front of you. Probably want to go left afterwards. Kill these 3 guys. Deal with the Caco demon, so there's a bunch of ways you can do it. Oh, I have my... I don't want my rune to do that, but never mind. Deal with the mancubus. Open this so the cue ball's ready. I use a freeze here because whiplashes are annoying. Oh, it's a Revenant. No, usually the Revenant dies. Apparently he did not right there. Open this to get the cue ball. So this is a bit of a tough... it's a good enough. Then you want to deal with the Arachnotron a bit better than what I'm doing right now. But that's the fight. It's a bit annoying because the fight eats a lot of ammo. So you want to probably use some fodder that's coming up next to fill up on ammo with the chainsaw. So for instance, these guys, you don't have to kill any. There's a secret there, but you don't actually have to kill them. Because afterwards you're going to have a secret fight, which is difficult if you don't have any ammo. But that's about it. So the Super Gore nest here fight is rather difficult. It's right behind this wall. I like this bomb. I don't like this bomb. I think it's too close to you to start the fight. So when I was playing Nightmare, I blew it up every time I tried the fight. It took me a lot of tries to get it down. I don't have a lot of ammo right now, so it's a bit annoying. So it's going to be a tough fight right now to deal with. See what I can do. But the basic idea is you want... So there are 2 whiplashes, 2 mecha zombies. So obviously this is easier on the... I'm too young to die. It's really difficult on Nightmare. But that's why, at least that's what's fun. 2 whiplashes, 2 mecha zombies, and a mancubus. So this whole section can actually be skipped. There's no need to fight anything. You can avoid the whole thing. Ugh. So you've done this puzzle. Now you go upstairs. There's a cue ball that allows you to kill that Revenant. I don't know why the cue ball regularly does not want to help you kill the mancubus, but as soon as you've killed both of these, you're gonna have a Caco demon that's gonna spawn. So you want to clear the 2 shields and the zombies. And after you've cleared this, it turns out the mobs downstairs despawn. So this leads to another fight, which itself is pretty straightforward. So you have a bunch of zombies. You don't necessarily have to kill them, but... actually, I think you do have to kill them. But what you need... No, you don't have to kill them
but if you go to the back here, you're going to unlock this door. A Hell Knight's going to spawn with 1 imp and 3 imps behind you. So the whole strat is to obviously use the traps to kill the Hell Knight. Hell Knights run fast, so you can't really wait for them to be on the trap to shoot the trap. Kind of need to do it preemptively. Yep, Hell Knight's dead. So as soon as you've killed everything, you can stand in the middle right here, and that's going to open that door. That door is going to unlock a fight with 3 shield soldiers you just saw, and an Arachnotron. Technically, you can avoid the whole fight. There's no need to actually kill anything. You can go pick up the Slayer key. You can go activate this. This statue or whatnot. There's no need to kill everything, but I mean, it's just safer to kill stuff anyways, but you can skip it. So that's that. So this Slayer map is a bit weird in its spawning conditions. So you start off with 5 possessed and 2 Mancubus and 3 imps. So the imps respawn infinitely throughout the fight, so there's no point in killing imps. The possessed don't respawn. So the condition to enter phase 2 are you have to kill 1 Mancubus and any other 5 mobs. So if you kill 1 Mancubus, another Mancubus, and 4 other mobs, you'll enter phase 2. That means that you can kill both Mancubuses and you won't actually spawn phase 2 of the map. The other thing which is a bit weird with this map is that the spawns are consistent for the bosses, so they'll always spawn at the same place. I reloaded there because some people died without me being able to count. But I'll show you. So that Mancubus will always spawn there, and his friend will always spawn next to him. So I'm going to try and kill just the Mancubuses. So that's 1 down. So now I need to kill 4 other mobs, regardless of which mob I kill. So that's 2. So I've just killed 1 mob. That's 2, 3. So the next Mancubus next phase will always spawn here. So next phase is 1 Mancubus and 2 Prowlers. Prowlers respawn indefinitely as well, so there's no point in killing Prowlers. That's really annoying. But that's that. So if I killed 1 or 2 additional mobs, he should spawn, yeah, so he spawns there. It's going to spawn with the Prowlers as well. So now you have 1 Mancubus on the field and 2 Prowlers that you can kill all day long, and you'll always have 2 Prowlers on the field, so that's a bit annoying. So you can take care of the soldiers, as I said. They don't respawn, so it's a good thing to kill them. Whereas the imps don't. I mean, the imps actually do. So you'll always have 2 to 3 imps on the field, and they'll perpetually respawn. So the Prowlers respawn, but they take a bit of time in between each respawn. It's not as continuous as the imps. So since they're so threatening, you kind of have to deal with them, but there's no need to kind of focus them with the idea that you're going to move forward in the fight. So as soon as you kill this guy, a Caco Demon spawns. He always spawns here, and his friend is always going to spawn there. That kind of allows you to farm their spawns. As soon as you kill him, phase 3 spawns, which is 3 Arachnotrons. One's going to spawn here first, then 1 here, then 1 here. That's number 2. And number 3. And all you have to do is clear the Arachnotrons, and the fight's complete.
Ugh. And there you have it. So the last fight in Cultist Base is pretty mob heavy and is pretty tough. So you start off with 2 Revenants, 2 shields, and I think it's 2 or 3 possessed soldiers. So what's interesting and what's different with most of the other fights is that there are shields and possessed that spawn throughout the fight, but they'll spawn regardless of whether or not you've killed shields or possessed in the previous fight. So there are 3 phases, and in each phase you have different mob bosses, 2 shields, and I think 2 possessed that spawn. So by the end of the last phase, you'll have up to 6 shields on the field, with up to probably 6 or 7 possessed as well, with 4 mob bosses. So you probably want to take care of the fodder if you want to have a safe fight for the last fight. So the start of the fight is not too complicated. You just want to take care of both Revenants, sorry. So I'm not going to kill the fodder, so you can have an idea of what it looks like if you don't. But you, as I said, you obviously should. So killing both Revenant is going to spawn phase 2. Phase 2 is another Revenant, and sorry, an Arachnotron and a Hell Knight. So killing both is going to spawn phase 3, which is, in addition to the shields and everything else, a Revenant, a Whiplash, an Arachnotron that spawns a bit later, and a Mancubus that has a very delayed spawn up there. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff on the battlefield right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 shields, but some might have just killed themselves accidentally with different explosions. So, but you can have a lot of stuff going on, and you don't necessarily want to do that, or maybe you do and you want to use this little thing, which gives you infinite ammo, increased movement speed, and firing rate as well. So this is pretty useful to clear stuff. I thought there was a lone mob. But that's that. You need to clear everything, and you're done with Cultist Base.